absolutely beautiful.
It is my honor to be here at this tremendously beautiful and idyllic setting, and I mean that, I think it's gorgeous, to celebrate the very special relationship between my dear friends, Dana and Charlie. I want to start off just by thanking Barb and Jim last night. That was such a fun party. Thank you so much. Absolutely stunning. The weather. How'd you order the weather? Oh, yeah. Figure out their weather guy. Thank you. Seriously. And I also want to thank Peter. Thank you so much. This is just tremendous. I can't believe we're here right now. And thank you to Forest Lake Club and everybody at the Forest Lake Club. This has just been amazing all the way through and through. And I can't wait to see what will most likely be the party of a lifetime. For those of you who do not know me, I am one of Charlie and Dana's closest friends. I have known Charlie since we were freshmen and sophomores respectively at Hotchkiss. We became good buddies through skiing, snowboarding, and biking when we should have been doing things like studying. Charlie came to visit me at St. Lawrence during my freshman year, and I guess he liked it because he decided to come there. And 2 years later, we were rooming together. Dana and I met midway through freshman year in college and soon developed an amazing bond and friendship. We have been to more live music than I could ever remember, had countless dance-offs, shared so many stories. I could talk to Dana about anything. And have. She is one of the best listeners I've ever encountered, and it's part of why I share things with her that I've shared with pretty much no one else besides maybe my wife. The other reason I'm standing up here is probably because I set the two of them up. But that was 8 years ago, and what's really special is everything that's happened since. It brings me tremendous joy to be here to celebrate the two of these incredible people. They continually inspire me to be a better person through their actions and the way they live their lives. I'm so happy for the two of them and cannot wait to get the shuffle across the dance floor with them. But first, let's get you married. First off, Dana and Charlie would like to say a very special thank you, and they're so excited for everybody to be here to witness this commitment to each other. We are, of course, joined by previously stated Linda and Pete Schultz, and Charlie's parents, Barbara and Jim Martin. We're also so happy to have Dana's grandparents, Marshall and Grace Post, and John and Jane Schultz, and Charlie's grandparents, Robert and Evelyn Herman, and Robert and Marjorie Tomlinson and Marilyn Tomlinson. Thank you all so much for being here. Dana and Charlie feel very fortunate to have these shining examples of love and devotion in their own respective families. The longevity of their parents' marriages is a testament, not only to love, but also to patience, compromise, understanding, forgiveness, compassion, and true appreciation for one another, all qualities that will sustain Dana and Charlie's commitment to each other in the years ahead. I would of course like to thank all of you in attendance today, most of which have traveled over hundreds of miles across land and sea to get here. Every single one of you is here for a reason and immensely important to Dana and Charlie. They will need your help in the many years ahead to help them remember the important vows that they will perform today. Your love and support mean the world to Dana and Charlie, and they very much look forward to sharing their lives with all of you. This has been a really interesting process coming up with the right words to describe these two beautiful creatures you see before you. And I am by no means a writer, after all, and often cringe at the thought of my own words read out loud. I was blown away when they both asked me to officiate this ceremony. I'm still shocked 2 years later. I want to take a few minutes to talk about my two friends, Dana and Charlie. I will never forget a very specific conversation I had with another friend at Hotchkiss back in 2004. I had just graduated from high school and my whole life was in front of me, but there was something off. Simply put, I wasn't myself. I remember very distinctly in this conversation explaining to my roommate saying, "How does Charlie do it? No matter what it is, he lets it roll off his back and keeps a smile on his face." I idolized Charlie in high school, and in so many ways I still do. His calm demeanor, covering his wild excitement, his unwavering loyalty, he has the humility and patience of a monk, and the uncompromising ability to be inclusive. But these are just the tip of the iceberg. There is something more than just a well-adjusted and confident 18-year-old male at the Hotchkiss School, because trust me, that was a feat in and of itself. He has a unique ability to not get hung up in what people think, and while always caring about others. It is a fine line that few know how to walk, but Charlie does this effortlessly. He He is him, his fullest self every day. My roommate's response was what became a little bit of a mantra. Just act like Charlie. And by that I mean be you. Be your best you, your fullest self. I try and do that every day, and someday I will hopefully become a clear-headed, thoughtful, and super fun guy like Charlie. But someday. Dana. Dana is a true force of nature. But you all know that already. She is the most engaging person I know. When you talk to Dana, there's nothing else in the world going on, or at least she'd make you think that way. I say force of nature because of her presence, but also that she is but she is a part of nature, unlike many. Her respect for for a natural and healthy life goes so far and beyond others. It's why her job makes so much sense. It oozes out of her, her love for people, for animals, for moving water and still serene mountain views. It's intoxicating without ever being too imposing. It is a passionate and expressive love. She will talk at the same volume about how much she loved her day at the office as she did about how much she loved the second set closer of the show that weekend. She has so many things that make her happy, and the ability to truly commit her mind and spirit into what she is doing. It's part of why she's an amazing fly fisherwoman, why she's a gifted teacher and trainer, and the best friend I have. I've had 5-hour-long conversations with Dana that meandered between some of the lightest topics and the absolute heaviest without batting an eyelash and laughing the whole time. She's been there for me no matter what, and I can say that with absolute distinction. These two are perfect for each other, and I couldn't be happier for them. They have come a long way since they first became a couple, which some of you heard about last night. Even when Dana was at DU living in Denver and Charlie was at UT, they tried so hard to convince me that they had taken a break one time when I was visiting Dana in Denver. Then before bed, Charlie called. Okay, that's fine, I said. Friends call each other in the evening all the time. Then the phone rang, first thing in the morning, and it was Charlie. Then Dana called Charlie at lunch, and then before dinner, and then he called again before bed. You get the point. Even when they were trying as hard as they could to be practical and courteous people, their love was bigger. Charlie moved to Denver as soon as he possibly could. Then they made this life together, complete with an amazing dog, a beautiful home in Colorado, jobs that are fulfilling and supportive, and a truly massive group of friends that are pretty terrific, if I do say so myself. I'm so honored to be here and happy for you and proud of you for putting away your insecurities and committing to each other for the rest of your lives. It's pretty powerful stuff. Now I'd like to invite Charlie's sister, Amelia Harmon, for her reading. Oh yeah, here.
Okay. The story that Harrison told last night about Charlie and Dana's first dance was the situation I was referring to, where I wasn't sure where the story came from, or if it was even real, or maybe I had dreamed it. But discussing with Harrison the other night, we discovered that we were both including this anecdote in our speeches. And I remembered then where I'd heard the story. It was from Charlie himself, having come home from one semester from college. And we sat in his room while he played me Choctaw Torture, saying, I met a really great girl at school recently. ... Since Harrison did such a great job with the description last night, I'm going to focus on the part of the story he mentioned, only as a side note, the music that brought them together. Harrison mentioned it was Choctaw Torture. It was playing for the inaugural waltz. That was just the first of many songs they'd be enjoying together through their lives to come. By the time I lived with them both in Denver for a short time in 2012, on a daily basis, Charlie and Dana would speak seemingly in code. Hey Char, play that one Fish tune right before the encore from the New Year's Eve concert last year. You know that one? And he did know exactly what she was talking about. And he put on the song, and we would dance in their living room, and it was so fun. It was moments like those where I'd find myself thinking, this is right. These two are right for each other. These types of moments were only increased over the years and became more extensive, music often catalyzing the thought. Largely inspired by Dana and her family, my mom was delighted to get a request from Charlie for the old keyboard we had at home so he could play along with Dana's guitar. And just a couple weeks ago, finally meeting Dana's brother, I was lucky enough to listen and play along with them, realizing more than ever what a fun and welcoming family my brother was about to become an official part of. In my mind, I've seen these two waltzing through the years together to the loveliest of tunes. With music as a glue, connecting them and both of our families, I know they'll continue on this harmonious way, and I am so excited for this day to have finally arrived. I love you both.
Yay.
A wedding is a beautiful occasion, when two separate lives blend into one, when promises and dreams begin unfolding, and the journey of marriage begins. Marriage is a lifelong partnership. It is a dynamic union between two people willingly coming together to share the prospects of life as a unified team. It is a pledge to support each other through the unknown. It involves persevering faith, loyalty, respect for one another, and respect for one another. Marriage is also a very special place, the sheltered environment in which the couple endlessly explores themselves in the presence of one another. It is a deeply shared intimacy between two people. It is giving, sharing, and trusting relationship that allows each person room to grow individually without possessiveness. Next, I'd like to invite Dana's big brother, Charlie, to speak.
Love is a gift. It's adapted from Lewis Hyde's book, The Gift. Love is something given freely. It is a sacred thing. It is a gift. It is not an acquisition. Love is a gift one cannot get by one's own effort. It can't be bought. It can't be acquired through an act of will. It is something bestowed upon us. Talent is a gift. Mozart, composing on the harpsichord at 4 years old, had a gift. Intuition is a gift. Inspiration is a gift. Love is a gift. The daily commerce of our lives, sugar for sugar and salt for salt, as the blues men say, proceeds at its own constant level. But a gift revives the soul. Love revives the soul. When we are moved by love, we are grateful that the lovers ever lived, grateful that the finest thing they had to give was faithfully received. Every culture offers its citizens an image of what it means to be a man or a woman of substance. The mythology of our society is adverse to the nature of the gift. Our heroes are self-possessed. They are self-made. When we judge our substance by our acquisitions, the gifts of the gifted, the love of the lovers, and all those who toil in the name of their gift are powerless to become substantial. Today is not a celebration of self-possession, but a celebration of two lovers who are prepared to freely give themselves away. Today, these lovers are my heroes. When love circulates through a group, as it is doing here today, a network of interconnected relationships follows in its wake, and a cohesiveness emerges. We are here for you, just as you are here for us, giving to us a piece of what you are giving to one another. And in all of us, the love that is latent in our souls is revived. As lovers, you have three obligations: the obligation to give, the obligation to accept, and the obligation to reciprocate. Dana and Charlie, yours is a love that speaks commandingly to our souls and irresistibly moves me. Thank you.
Dana and Charlie, in your journey forward, remember your intentions to each other. Stay aware of each other's presence and energy. Continue to talk to each other sincerely with all that's on your mind and listen to each other attentively. Treat yourselves and each other with respect and integrity, and remind yourselves often of what brought you together. Give the highest priorities to the tenderness, compassion, and kindness that your connection deserves. When frustration, difficulties, or fears assail your relationship, as they threaten all relationships at one time or another, remember to focus on what is right between you. In this way, you can ride out the storms when clouds hide the face of the sun in your lives, remembering that even if you lose sight of it for a minute, the sun is still there. And if each of you takes responsibility for the quality of your life together, it will be marked by abundance and joy. So I'd like for you guys to now turn and face the ground. Take a little look at everybody. Take it all in.
Love these faces.
What a crowd.
All right. Now you two can officially face each other, and you're going to read your personal statements.
I,
Yeah.
I, Charles Harmon, give you, Dana Schultz, my entire heart. You have made me my best self. You have opened my heart beyond what I knew it could be, making me a better boyfriend than fiance, and now the best husband. I want to be the best husband I can possibly be. You've shown me how to be a better friend, brother, and son. Your love has motivated me through the most difficult and the most rewarding times in my life, and growing with you continues to be the most epic adventure of my life. Okay. I promise to always be on your team, to never stop dancing with you, to admit when I'm wrong, to trust you and the strength of our love, to accept your help and support always, to love you until you're annoyed by it every day, to expand my dinner cooking repertoire, to try and give you a little bit more than too much as possible, to hold your hand, to never stop proposing, to write you notes and love everyone that you leave me, to joyfully accept more four-leggers.
Parents of the groove. I'll get my glasses for the next one. Next we have Jacqueline Hamburg, escorted by Hansi Derschermeyer. Did I say that right? All right, I get a star for that one. Did I say that right? Thank you. Give it up for the best man, Mr. Harrison Buck. Come on, Harrison. And now if you would all please rise. You ready to make some noise? Give it up for the first time as husband and wife. Please welcome Charles Harmon and Dana Schultz.
Sugar and spice. I feel
Dana and Charles have chosen for their first dance a little something from Mr. Van Morrison.
I can hear your heartbeat for 1,000 miles, and the heavens open up every time she smiles. And when I come to her, that's where I belong. Yes, I'm running to her like a river song. She gave me love, 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 crazy love. She gave me love, 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 crazy love. Got a fine sense of humor. When I come to her, the sun goes down. Take away my trouble, take away my grief, take away my heartache, I'd like a thief. You give me love, 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 crazy love. You give me love, 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 crazy love. Yes, I need her in the daytime, and I need her in the night. Yeah, and I want to throw my arms around her, kiss and hug her, kiss and hug her tight. When I'm turning home, so far away, she gives me some loving to brighten up my day. Yeah, it makes me righteous, yes, it makes me feel whole. Yes, it makes me feel mellow down in my soul. You give me love, 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 crazy love. You give me love, 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 crazy love. You give me love, 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 crazy love. You give me love, 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 crazy love.
So a big hand for Charlie and Dana once again. Well, we're going to have some fun here tonight. Yabba dabba
Time
doo.
out of your busy lives to join us for this special evening. Between just 3 tables of many of our friends who have traveled thousands of miles to get here, there are at least 10 unmarried daughters, all beautiful. Luckily for Linda and I, this should bode well for our future to continue to attend so many very happy ceremonies. We couldn't be happier for those people to come. Anyway, the first time we met Charlie Harmon, he came into our lives, Dana brought him here to the Forest Lake Club. Now, Dana has a brother and 3 pretty strong male cousins who she grew up with. They've treated each other like brothers and sisters, or brother and sister, she's the only girl, for a lot of years. You know who you are, and thank you for coming. If this guy Dana brought up could get along with these guys and run the gauntlet, so to speak, and there was a chance this relationship would work out okay. Well, I want to tell you he fit in beautifully from the beginning. Eager to learn the things that we enjoyed, like shooting sports, and happy to share the things that he was already very good at, like sailing. Next page. He loves the woods and the great outdoors, and we sure have a lot of that here, as you got the chance to experience some today. Later in life, our family took a trip down the Colorado River through the Grand Canyon, 10 days, 188 miles. Having our very own geologist was having a wonderful gift of knowledge as we floated deeper and deeper into the rivers and the canyons, and his knowledge and insight were wonderful. as we passed through these formations. He shared what he knew, but he never lectured. Just a nice kid. And Charlie's a very kind person. Their love is real, powerful, and strong. I saw it on the river. I see it today. Years ago, Marshall Post would say to me, "You know, Pete, if they had a son-in-law store where you could kind of go pick out that person, you know, if they had a place like that, you know, I really couldn't have ever made a better decision." And I say to Marshall these days, "Thanks, Marshall, because now I know how you meant, or what you meant, and how you felt." I'm glad to be able to feel that way as well. Dana, now Mrs. Harmon, has been a joy to us from the beginning of life. She has a big heart, always has. In grade school, she chose friends carefully, always choosing quality over flash. And when she is your friend, you know how fiercely loyal she is. 2 of her bridesmaids here tonight are childhood friends. Awesome. She's taken a love of people and horses and found rewarding work helping troubled families and people. After a knee injury a little while back, she decided she'd learn how to play guitar. I've never seen anyone advance quite as quickly as she did. Just another sign of her work ethic and her determination. We now all love to play music together, and we have a little family band. It's just a great time when we can do it. We could not be happier for this day. When you get a chance to grow your family in such a wonderful fashion, which we can do today, it is a joy beyond belief. I proposed to Linda at this Forest Lake Club, and in September of 1980, we were married here. Charlie chose to propose to Dana here, and we are so happy to share with you this special day in this special place that has spent so much for the generations of this Post-Schultz family. So grab your glasses, raise them up high, and let's toast to Charlie and Dana on their wedding day to a lifetime of love, happiness, and caring for one another.
Weeks ago, I happened to stumble across a letter written by a young naval airman serving in the Pacific to his fiancée, who was working as a nurse in White Plains, New York. The airman was my father, Marshall, and he was writing to my mother, Grace. Those of you who have the great fortune of knowing Marshall will hear his voice in this missive. The timing of finding this letter, which is about a future of love, hope, loyalty, and integrity, were astounding. I like to think my dad engineered this from above, so Charlie and Dana would have the benefit of his beliefs. The following are excerpts from a 3-page, handwritten airmailed letter from the Pacific, dated August 21, 1943. My dearest, you have no more idea how good a wife you'll be than I do as to how good a husband I'll be. It's part of the gamble all married couples have to take. The joy of love isn't that of grabbing greedily, but rather giving generously. Marriage is a partnership. Each member must be willing to contribute as much as the other in order for the marriage to be a success. I'm willing, in fact anxious, to stand up for you and with you anytime. The more times, the better, in fact. Both of us will make mistakes. I expect this. But I do not expect either of us will make any mistake we can't work out together. I hope our marriage will be such that through the years we can say, I love you more than yesterday, and tomorrow more than today. Yours is the finest, highest love one could possibly hope to possess. I adore you. I look at your photograph, and my mind flashes back to soft lights, slow music, the fireplace. I was scared to death. I have to laugh now. Had you said no, I doubt that I could have borne it. Well, darling, what I said in my last letter still holds true. things are fine with me, and I'm ready to win this damn war and come back and devote the rest of my life to first, making you happy, second, training bird dogs, and thirdly, going fishing. The first is by far the most important. I am glad you are happy in your work, my darling. I know it is beautiful where you are. Still, it will run a mighty poor second to Forest Lake. Goodbye for now, my darling. I love you. These are timeless words. The sentiments are eternal and universal. It set their standard for 51 years. Dana and Charles, may these sentiments help guide you in your years ahead. Let us give thanks particularly today for Marshall and Grace's granddaughter Dana and her wonderful Charles. Let us give thanks for this beautiful place and the safe travels to and fro for everyone here. Let us give thanks for this evening of food, music, celebration, and join together in the fellowship of support and love for the newest married among us.